Was there a moment when you guys reconvened after the summer, like that you realized that Jalen had taken that next step?
No, I had faith in him all along. There was a lot of stuff in the air if Jalen was going to be the guy, but everybody in the building knew he was the guy. He was going to be the guy. That was never a question in any of our minds. And, throwing with him all offseason, he was slinging that thing, zipping it, and then you start camp and he starts making checks, making reads, throws on time, goes through his progression, hits the open guy. It's fun to see. It's fun to play with when you got a quarterback that can do it like he has been.
Why wasn't it a question for you guys of him being the guy?
Yeah, because, we saw him each and every day. We saw what he did last year. We just knew he was going to be our guy. The sky's the limit for the man, and he's showing it each and every week.
What'd you make of AJ's performance today?
It wasn't bad. I think he could have got 4. That one kind of, I think he could have made that play. I bet he thinks he does too. But 3 and 150 is not bad. I would have taken that. It's fun to play with him. He's a great guy. He's a level-headed guy, and he just comes to work, and it's fun to go to work with him, go to battle with him.
Before he got here, did you understand what kind of player he was?
Not really. I don't really focus on receivers too much. I don't really watch them too much. Obviously knew he was a Pro Bowler, 1,000-yard receiver. But ever since he's got here, he proves it each and every day, and there's a reason he's as good as he is because he works hard.
Now, as well, you guys are pretty incredible in terms of the yards after the catch. Are you guys ever sharing tidbits with each other, or is it simply just go out there and rumble?
No, it's just go out there and rumble. He's fast, he's physical. I want to say I'm fast and physical too, but each time both of us touch the ball, I feel like it's anybody on this team, they touch the ball, we all think we have a chance to score. So that's just the mindset we have, and the mindset, he's probably got a little bit more shake. I probably got a little bit more power, but it's fun to see him run with the ball. Shoot, I thought he was going to take that last one to the house too. I forgot he got caught on that one. He could have 5. Still a good day for him.
You guys
identity of your offense?
Just straight toughness. Some of the days it's like today, where AJ's going crazy, scoring long touchdowns, and some of the days, we have to lean on our O-line to give us a spark and get the run game going and stuff like that. But we just have so many ways we can attack a defense, which is just we're tough.
Being able to stay aggressive and get points on the board after halftime, how big of an effort was that, and how important was that for you guys?
Yeah, we knew a lot of people look at us as a not very good second-half team, so we just kind of wanted to go and prove that we can score points in the second half, we can play in the second half, that we're a complete team, we can play 60 minutes.
Why was it different today?
I think there's a lot that goes into it. You look around, when you have a lead, you start trying to manage the clock a little bit more, and today we just said we were going to be aggressive.
Getting out of the game as early as a lot of the starters did, how big of a benefit is it going into a short week?
Yeah, that's huge going into a short week. Just give your body time to get ready, and it's definitely going to benefit us. And that was another reason we want to stay aggressive so we could get ahead. And if everything went right, do what we were able to do, and not play in the last 9 minutes or whatever, and so we can be fresher on Thursday.
That's always the goal, going into every game, trying to make a team one-dimensional and try to make it easier for our DBs, the guys on the back end, DBs, linebackers, everybody that's playing the back end. That way nobody's guessing. So I think we did a good job, in the first half and the second half. We had a couple leakage plays, but I think the most important thing was, we won the game. So, guys flew around, tackled. Obviously, we could have been better in some situations, but, we got by, and we're looking forward to the next game and getting better.
Did the plan up front change at all in the second half with Jordan out?
No, we got guys that can play that position. We can move some guys, even if they got to move me in. I know that same position, and that's why Coach Rock, he's really good with moving guys around in practice, doing training camp, even during the season, and putting guys in positions that they really haven't played. But you got to know what you're doing. It don't matter who's out there; everybody knows what they're doing.
You seemed like you were the one standing closest to Jordan when he got hurt. You were kind of, I guess, were you talking him up? What did you see what happened?
No, nothing. He just got rolled up. Just one of them plays, and he just got rolled up, and somebody fell on him. But the biggest thing for him, I told him to stay positive, and we'll see, how bad it is or whatever's going on. I'm not the doctor, but I hope he can, bounce back pretty quick from it.
You mentioned Javon. What did you make of his game today?
Really good. Came out and he attacked the day. I know he was probably extra amped up to play Pittsburgh. So I think the last time we went to them, I don't think it set with him pretty well. obviously didn't set with none of us. So, we keep stuff like that in the back of our head. So, guys flew around. He flew around, had a big game, made some big plays, and I'm excited for him.
It seems like early Hassan and BG had hits that were pretty hard hits on the quarterback. Does that kind of fire you guys up when you see hits like that? Does it give you some momentum?
Absolutely. I mean, when you hit the quarterback early, I think as a D lineman, I think it fires everybody up. Especially I got fired up. Everybody on the line got fired up, and it's happy to see that. Because if you don't get it to him early, then it kind of gets to you. You want to get to him early and often, especially a guy like Pickett. I mean, I think he's a good young player. He makes some plays with his feet. Obviously, we got to him a little bit, and the most important goal was, got a few sacks, a couple hits, and turnovers on defense. So just want to continue to grow on that.
I know when you're on the sideline, you're getting ready for the next series, but did you have a chance to peek at what A.J. Brown was doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's A.J. Brown. So it's always fun to watch him. Go out there and do what he did today. That's the reason he's here. That's the reason how we brought him here. That's the reason he's one of the guys in this locker room. A really good player. Respect him so much.
We've asked you this before, but 7-0 now. How do you guys sort of keep the pedal to the metal and avoid any kind of letdown?
Just don't get bored. We keep saying that, especially as a defense. We don't get bored. Keep attacking the day, knowing that now we get a chance to go 8-0. We get a chance to play football in a couple of days, and we get everybody going and get ready to roll, get on the plane and go to Houston.
I mean, like I always say, you never know who Dave's going to be. Today happened to be his, and I mean, maybe I need to wear the shirt more often.
What'd you make of his performance today?
That just comes down to how hard he worked, come in day out, working hard at practice. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
You guys in the second half were able to kind of keep the foot on the gas pedal. How much did that mean to you?
It meant a lot, because I mean that's what we've been taking a step down at, is coming out of halftime. So that's been a message every week. Just come out of halftime and keep going what we had going in the first half.
Was there anything different today that made it work?
I mean, attention to detail, small things.
How sharp was Jalen today?
I mean, always sharp. I mean, guy, he studies a lot, comes to practice hard. I mean, everything's paying off for him.
Getting out of the game as early as you guys did, kind of getting a chance to rest with the short week, how much is that going to help?
A lot. I mean, quick turnaround, back at it again Thursday, so I mean, that helps a lot.
What do you think it means for Jalen to come home this week to Houston? You know him pretty well. For him to get a chance to play for his home fans.
It means a lot to him. I mean, it probably means a lot to anybody that's going back home. Just to be able to go back home, I know there's going to be a lot of people there supporting him, so I mean, it means a lot to him.
You mentioned it can be their day on this receiving corps. Do you have a sense early of who it's going to be in a game?
Nah, you never know. You never know till you get out there.
Is that good?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. The defense can't just sit up there and be like, oh, it's going to be this person that's going to be getting the targets today. You never know.
What'd you make of Kelce's Batman mask?
Kelce, always part of the Batman. I mean, Kelce, he's the guy, he runs the ship on offense. Everything starts with him. So, I mean, to see him in that, it's funny, but, I mean, I'm glad. We just out there having fun.
Did Jalen talk much about that, getting to go home? Just for him, it's been 3 years, and now he's finally getting to play there.
Nah, he haven't talked about it. I mean, I assume his focus is on today.
When Jalen and the receivers are on like that, just keep doing that.
Yeah, what is that feeling when you run the ball 6 times in the first half and you put up points?
I was wondering how many runs we had in the first half. I was in a couple of them, like short yardage. We were getting some conducive looks. I think there could have been more runs, but I think the better looks were in the air, so we took advantage of that. And Jalen and the receivers were on point for the most part. I mean, outside of maybe a couple drops, it was it was pretty fun to watch.
Was there an emphasis coming out of the bye with the way you guys have played the first 6 games that you wanted this type of kind of performance offensively, not even just click, but taking us hopefully a step forward?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to focus on what's happened already. Just keep on focusing on getting better. Mm-hmm. But there was a huge emphasis on making sure that we came out of the bye and didn't fall asleep or lose focus or anything like that. And, I think on both sides of the ball, we came out and prepared and just continue to try and get better.
The 9 minutes you didn't have to play at the end,
yeah.
Does that help you for Thursday at all?
It does for sure. And I mean, only having 6 runs in the first half, I mean, I feel like in some ways, didn't really make that much of an impact. It's like, all right, I'll just let these guys go make all these plays. And, I think, I definitely don't feel as sore as I usually do after a game.
You guys being able to come out after halftime and get some points on the board.
Yeah.
That was something you hadn't done.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was an emphasis throughout the week. It was an emphasis at halftime. We've kind of stalled out in the third quarter. Let's make sure that we don't do that. Let's make sure we come out and put points up on the board right away. So, come out and put some points up in the third and not kind of allow Pittsburgh back into it, which is kind of what we've done the last few times we've been up that much. That's a good improvement.
Jalen just keeps getting better and better every week. You've been around a long time. Where's this thing headed with him? Is it great?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not, going to do predictions and things like that. I think right now he's great, so if he stays healthy, continues to grind, continues to work, I don't know why that wouldn't continue to be the case. I fully anticipate him to keep playing well. So, we're all just trying to get better each and every day in any way we can, improve on our mistakes, come closer as a team, and so far I think we're all doing that. So hopefully we'll keep trending in the right direction.
Where was the Batman mask during the game?
Behind one of the O-line bench.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get it, or who got it for you? Or?
I've kind of had it sitting there just in case,
Okay.
and I think with Halloween coming up and everything else, it was like, you know what, this might be a good time to have some fun.
Did you like Lane's costume?
Lane killed it, man. I was laughing thoroughly with that. So yeah, that was good.
Jason, was blitz efficiency a big part of the bye week focus? You guys did really well this game against the blitz.
I don't know that we were trying to make an emphasis on improving on the blitz. I think that we knew that Pittsburgh, especially first, second down, was a heavy, pressure team, especially when they get in the nickel and when they're base, they're a big 5-down pressure team. So we knew that we were going to have to handle that, and if we could, there'd be some things open in the back end. And I think that's one of the reasons why you saw so much, so many yards in the air in the first half. I think we definitely took advantage of some of that stuff.
When A.J. Brown got here, was there a moment you kind of realized that he was as good as he is?
Well, I mean, I think you knew he was good before he got here. And then when you see him, you're like, holy cow, this guy certainly looks the part. But yeah, you just watch him every single day. And, I think he's a guy that looks better when you're going, full speed and tackling, because it's something that in the off season, it's just, run around in shorts and stuff like that. He's impressive, but you don't get to really enforce your physicality. And then when guys are trying to tackle him on slant routes and all sorts of things like that, I mean, he is a big time playmaker in this league. He has been for a long time, and I think it's pretty evident.
What did it mean for you guys to put the game away in the second half? You guys have jumped on teams early, and things have gotten close a couple times, but this time, kept the gas on the pedal and
yeah. I mean, we've closed out all of them so far, but I think the coming out of the second half and having a good third quarter was obviously a point of emphasis, and in the coming out of halftime, that was obviously something we've talked about. We haven't necessarily come out of the second half and been able to execute in the third quarter or right away like we need to be able to do. So I think that was an emphasis, and it was good that we were able to do it.
Saw Nick emphasizing the pitfalls of coming off the bye week. Some teams that have faltered
Yeah.
in that situation. How do you feel like he's done with the messaging of this for these?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows all that stuff, but I think a head coach that continues to emphasize things, continues to find ways to keep things fresh. Everybody knows you don't want to turn the ball over. Everybody knows you don't want to get lulled to sleep coming out of a bye week, but good coaches just continually harp on the things that teams need to hear, and they find ways to do it that resonate with the team and get guys to lock in. I think in that regard, it's been phenomenal. Every single meeting that we have with him, I think, has a good purpose to it. We don't just have team meetings just to have them. I feel like there's a lot of thought process that goes into those, and I think it's made our team better in a lot of different areas. I think we've become smarter as a team. I think we are situationally very good. I think we take care of the football. I think, these are a lot of things that allow you not to beat yourself, and that's a big part of being successful in this league.
How important was it for some of the younger guys to get some run today, just in terms of like for the long-term part of the season?
It's always important. I think we have a lot of good depth. We have a lot of good players on this team. Our O-line, we've had guys come in and out throughout the season already. And as we've seen in years past, this idea that all 5 of these starting linemen are going to be there throughout the season, it's just not going to happen probably. I think I've done that maybe once in my career that's happened. So, we're going to need everyone in this locker room to continue to focus on getting better and being able to go out there in a game situation, live bullets. It's a little bit more chaotic and more on the line. Is a great way for one, guys to get experience, but also two to maybe evaluate and just focus and find some other things that they can improve on.
I think it's the way just we conduct meetings, with practice and everything we do. With every play, whoever didn't execute well, they put their number on the board. So that's how we conduct practice. That's how we conduct games. Doesn't matter what player you are, who you are, everybody's held accountable. And I think whenever that happens and they see, very good players, make mistakes and being criticized and grow from it, I think it teaches the younger guys a good example. And, that's how Nick Sennis has been here.
What does it mean to you guys to be able to keep the foot on the pedal, on the gas pedal today? What does it mean to be able to keep the foot on the pedal in the second half?
Still number 11. That guy has had a special day. We didn't run the ball that much. I feel like we didn't have to. You have guys out there making plays like that. Made it an easy day for us. But short week. Got Houston in Houston, so short turnaround. Like I said, it's just get ready.
How much does that help getting out of the game that early?
It helps me a quarter. No, it helps. Guys are already, you see, on their bikes, recovering, and trying to get a head start for next week. So that's the name of the game, man. It's a quick turnaround. We come in tomorrow every day. I think we'll probably do walkthroughs, maybe a little jog through Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's what I'm expecting.
What part of the offense is the most about the most to you?
Number 11, just catching that ball and doing whatever the hell he wants to do with it. He just had a hell of a game. It's one of them, it's one of those games where I'm just sitting back, I'm blocking, I see the ball in there, and I just see him make catch after catch, and special player.
There are certain ways that guys are just running the ball down.
Yeah.
This week, Jalen had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
What's to say about the offense that?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of what we worked on during the offseason was throwing the ball. Whenever we got into training camp this year, we went to joint practice, we threw the ball. And so work on stuff that we needed to work on and, be able to utilize it whenever we need to. So, I don't know how many runs we had. I feel like it wasn't a whole lot, but we had some success, but, didn't really have to go to the run game today like we had to in previous games.
When did you realize AJ was that good?
As soon as he landed in Philly. He's just a special type of player. He's got that build. I compared him like Andre Johnson. Just he catches that ball, he's very physical with it, and he gets open, and guys don't like to see him in the open field, and works his tail off, and sets a good example for really everybody in the building.